HooHooHooRobin.
We are back live from Montreal just for last festival. Woo! We got Mark Maron on the couch.
Yeah.
We got Colin Quinn.
Yes.
We got Chris DiStefano. And we got a little guy sitting on the couch.
Hey.
And he just takes a seat. We didn't even say take a
No
seat
intro,
yet.
nothing.
No, why not? I figure it's the O&A show. Midgets are a great accessory.
Oh, that's so politically incorrect.
I was telling
I
Anthony.
think he can say it.
No, it's called burdens. Teasing, of course.
I was telling Anthony during the commercial that midgets are just fun.
Right?
Just talking to you was kind of just fun.
Right. When is a midget ever around where you're like, fuck my life, I hate this? No, never. You see a midget, you're happy. Doesn't matter. You get fired from your job. Honey, your wife is cheating on you. You walk down the street, you see me, you're like,
Are you okay with the M word? Are you all right with the M word?
I've been protested because I say the M word, because I say the midget
Really?
word.
Oh, really?
I was doing a comedy club. By the way, my name's Brad Williams. Hi.
Brad Williams.
Hi,
Yes.
Brad.
Hi. What's up?
Jay Moore turned me on to you. Jay Moore tweets me one day and says, you got to follow him. He's really funny. I'm like, all right, if Jay says so, I guess I have to do that.
Well, follow me on Twitter at Funny Brad. Thanks.
Funny Brad.
Yeah, Brad Williams was taken. I was drunk. I was like, well, I'm funny. I'll work out. It's like, it's stupid, but whatever. I was in Detroit, Michigan, and I was doing a show at a comedy club called Joey's Comedy Club up there.
Yeah.
And 24 midgets came out to protest me with the picket signs and everything.
That's adorable.
Well, yeah. I know, right? I'm like,
Did you?
is it really a protest?
Well, did you know what was happening when one parking spot got taken up?
Like, is it really a protest if the entire thing could be blocked by a Mini Cooper driving by? Is it really, so yeah,
They're protesting their own?
yeah, because
That's
they're like,
pretty fucked up.
because they're saying like you say midget, and they did the whole, and I know it's kind of a hack bit, but they're like, so when you call a dwarf a midget, it's the exact same as calling a black person the N word.
Oh, boy.
And I'm just like, midget, please. No, like it's not like because black, that's totally different, because like black people had to go through slavery, which was terrible, but like midgets were never slaves, because we would have been the worst slaves on the planet.
Yeah.
You know, the slave, fetch me that jar, second shelf, boss, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah, fire away.
So what is the appropriate? Is it the dwarf is okay, or is there a difference between a dwarf and a midget?
Yeah, technically, like we like being called dwarves or little people, but to me, those words sound kind of
Little
condescending.
people sounds bad.
We like-
Right,
That does
like,
sound
like
bad.
you're just a little person. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Little
people.
But you're okay with dwarf?
Yeah, that's because we have dwarfism, so it's kind of like
I like dwarf. I'll go with that.
Yeah, you go with dwarf, but like to me, that's kind of like.
Mark, we've gone with kickables. So. We have. That's the word we use on the show. That's the type of show you're on, Brad.
kickable.
We call them kickables.
That's awesome.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, but like dwarf to me has kind of like the fairy tale connotation.
Sure.
Like you hear, oh, he's a dwarf. You're gonna walk on the radio, just hi ho, like something like that.
But so what is midget? What's wrong with midget though?
Oh, it's got some like carnival references, but to me, it doesn't sound bad. It almost sounds French, like fancy. Like my friend is a midget.
I like that.
What?
Midget.
Now, when you walk on stage, you're, obviously visually everybody knows. Okay, he's small. So,
Sure.
what point when you're doing material does it become like, okay, I got to talk about it because you have to address it?
You
or
have
you can
to.
just talk about other things and not at all reference that.
Well, because when I first started doing stand up, I was just doing like observational, what's going on in the news, and I didn't mention it at all. And I noticed the audience was just looking at me like, does he know? But so then I have to address it at first. But yeah, then we move on to other topics. But yeah, you do have to satisfy that part of the crowd's desire of knowledge. And it's funny. I did a gig one time where literally I haven't even said anything in the microphone yet, and this woman was terrified of little people. She has something called microphobia, which is a real.
My brother has that, for real.
Yeah,
he gets freaked out when he sees midgets.
Yeah, and like people are like, that's not real. No, because
No, it's real.
Her friends were all fans of mine, and they thought it would be an absolute hoot if they brought her to my show, sat her in the front row, and did not tell her who the comedian was that night. So I walk on stage before I even grab the microphone. This woman just stands up and goes, "Jesus Christ!"
And you said he obviously doesn't exist.
See him move his arms? That was really weird. Anyone else notice how weird that arm movement was?
Jim did a dwarf arm movement.
Yeah, like I liked how Jim. I loved how you tucked in your arms like let's a little added T-Rex.
I didn't even mean to do that. That was not intentional. It's just I become the character.
Wait, so what is that phobia about? Do you know? Have you researched it?
Well, here's the deal: is I think it changes from person to person. But I asked this woman at the show, "Why are you afraid of little people?" And this was her honest to God response. I said, "Why are you afraid?" She goes, "Every time I see a little person, I just know they're gonna rape me." Now look at her like.
And then you raped her.
Why would they?
Well, out of spite.
Right. How dare her for being right?
I can see if they said, "How come you every time you see a little person with a ladder?"
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's like I can't. That's impossible. There's no like really. You're afraid of this? Like it's not contagious.
Yeah.
I can't walk up to you, scratch you in the knee, and you go, "I'm melty." That doesn't happen.
I got to ask about the hog.
The what?
The hog.
Right
Oh,
midgets have regular
yeah.
pieces. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, here's the best part is that it's regular. It's average size,
right.
But on me it looks fucking huge.
Right. Yeah, my cock hangs down on my knees. Yeah, so
Literally, yeah. I can legitimately say knee.
Yeah.
It's nice little feather in the cap.
I think with dwarves, which I enjoy.
I like how he says dwarf like it's a summer salad.
Dwarf.
I
It's
enjoy
very
that.
I enjoy a Waldorf dwarf.
No, but I think the reason people freak out is because it's you don't see a lot of you.
Sure.
And when you do, like it's sort of like a car accident. You know, when you
have to look.
Right, you have to look, but everything becomes very immediate. You know what I mean? Like when you see a little person, it's all like, holy shit, he's right there.
Yeah.
And everything becomes very immediate, and you kind of the whole everything revolves around you for a second.
Sure. What's ridiculous is that I've realized that the only stereotypes about little people are fantastical stereotypes, like we make cookies and chocolate, live in a tree, all that shit.
Some of you can fly, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then I feel like whatever I do when people are looking at me, that's what people are think like all midgets do. Like if I'm walking out and I'm like eating a Twinkie, like, oh, midgets love Twinkies. That's their thing. Like they do that.
Well, I think the sad thing is it's always going to be entertaining for other people. No matter what, you could be having the worst day of your life or have a limp or something, but they're going to be like, look at that guy.
You should do things that aren't conducive with who you are, but just to fucking annoy, like just to give people the wrong impression. Once you ought to walk into a room just going, hoodly doodly doo, hoodly doodly doo.
Oh, that reminds me, St. Patrick's Day is the scariest fucking day. I never go out on St. Patrick's Day because I know I'm just going to go out to the bar. Some guy's going to stop drinking, look at me and go, he knows where it is.
Hey, what kind of cereal you like?
I can't buy Lucky Charms without people like going, oh, that's funny. Like, no, it's delicious cereal, asshole.
Say it right. Say it right. Magically delicious.
The magically delicious.
Hey,
bucket list. Cross that off.
Brad, you go to the conventions?
I do go to the conventions.
It looks like it's a fuck fest.
It really is.
Wait, dwarf conventions?
Yeah, I watched.
You guys didn't know about this?
I watched Little People Big World. I love the fucking show.
Sure.
You've never been on it though.
No.
They should have you.
Well, yeah, they don't really like me too much either.
Why?
A bunch of midgets don't like me because I say midgets a lot.
Midgets.
Stop saying midgets and get some more work.
People McNugget.
Oh
Let's
no,
go.
the conventions they get together. You try to find wives and shit because there's not other little people in their hometown.
Oh, but
they
now,
mostly go to try to find
So
husbands and wives.
your brother's terrified of midgets and you're obsessed with them?
Yeah. Is that fucked up? He had a midget terrify him in an old Volkswagen bus when we were really young.
Wait, how does what?
The midget just started circling the car because he knew my brother was freaked out.
And he was walking around the car?
That's all he did. And
a VW bus, just walking around?
All he did, and my brother was completely freaked out
That's
by
awesome.
the experience.
I love that midget for doing that.
Yeah. So,
I
tell us about the conventions.
It is a damn orgy. Like, you go there, and everyone's just like, and it's great because we could fit more of us in a bed. It's fucking awesome. But really, like, you're going there just to hook up because, like you say, we're not around a lot. So then we all gather in one hotel. By the way,
shitty hotels.
Is there a name for it when
LPA, Little People of America?
No, for when midgets fuck.
Show on Discovery Channel now.
There is actually the technical word is aw.
But that convention is open to regular people too, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a friend
Regular people. I know you almost said real people, didn't you?
The normal people.
Open to human beings.
Not So, not God's mistakes. They can come too.
No, I got a friend who's banged like 3 midgets.
Wow. So he's got the fetish.
He's been to the convention.
Yeah.
I bet he has.
He absolutely
Yeah, his name
has
is
been
Rich
there.
Voss.
Yeah. We'll bet that in whatever convention we're doing, we always have it in a big hotel, and I'm always like fearful of the people that are just staying in that hotel just as a regular vacation, like they're just coming in and they walk out of the elevator totally hungover. There's 1,000 midgets in the damn lobby. They're like, "What the hell did I drink last night?"
Yeah.
I have a question for you too.
Sure.
About oh shit, I forgot what it was.
Oh no.
Do other midgets or dwarves, or do they see you as kind of like the way a black guy would see the guy who was dancing down the steps with Shirley Temple? Like do
Tom?
They,
Yeah.
like literally.
He's
by
an Uncle
saying-
Tom Thumb.
Oh yeah.
That's the name of my next album right there. Uncle Tom Thumb.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
Great.
That's great.
Some
Is that why they dislike you?
Some do, yeah, some do. But then they either fall on two different sides of the midget spectrum. It's either they hate me or they just like they think I'm like a god of some kind. It's insane.
God.
Yeah.
Buscemi said in a movie, there was a movie Buscemi did, and there was a scene with a dwarf, and the dwarf was fucking annoyed, going, "How do you think every time there's a dream sequence, I'm in it?" Like just talking about all these shitty things
Right.
about that they put dwarves in. And like after a point, doesn't it get to be fucking irritating? Like we get it.
Well, sure. That's why it's so cool to see guys like Dinklage on Game of Thrones.
He's
Just
like fucking rock star now.
So cool
Yeah.
to see
Yes.
the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
guy.
The one
Yes.
guy.
We have one.
It's nice to know I have a 1,000,000,001 shot of being famous.
Yeah.
The mini Dr. Evil. He was a famous.
Yeah, with all that dialogue he had
poor
in Austin
Colin.
Powers.
Colin
sorry,
could have been in that movie. Remember?
Way to go, Chris. Way to go.
Oh, that's what you were
That
talking
guy
about.
became a
yesterday.
huge
Tearing off that
celebrity.
scab.
Huge celebrity with no lines in that movie. That you would have been talking.
Yeah.
How could they have found a mini Colin? It wouldn't have worked.
You know.
Oh wait, was that who you were
good
supposed?
point.
Is that who you were supposed to be or no?
No, he was supposed
No,
to
it
be
was supposed to
Scott.
be Mini
Scott.
Oh,
Mini me. Mini Colin.
Well,
I never saw the movie.
But that guy has his own trip going on. What is he?
Sure.
He's way shorter than you.
Yeah, dude.
He's like a foot tall.
Would you bully him?
Fuck yes, I would. I have to know what that's like for once in my god. Like I just like
Shit
pat him on
goes
the head.
way
and stuff.
down.
I think,
Yeah.
I think he's got a sickness of some kind. You don't. You're
No, he has dwarfism too.
Oh, but it's extra.
There's over 100 different types because it's a genetic.
Is that
mutation.
many?
Yeah.
You know, do you guys are
Like
there
an
subgroups at the convention
Yeah.
where each type gets to hang out with the types that are like them? Or
Yeah.
Oh,
There
really?
is. Yeah, there's a
Is it-
there's a
big
primordial dwarfism, SED.
I like that
achondroplasia.
primordial dwarfism.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
They're the ones that talk like this.
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a grown man, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They talk how people think I should sound
Right.
like. Because I come on the radio, people are like, "Oh, you're a midget," and then it's radio, so listeners are like, "We can't tell."
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like, "Oh, the fuck, the fuck."
Sounded a lot taller on the radio.
Do you make fun of the midgets that are taller or shorter? You know how like black people, they have this pride that they have to be really
Oh, right,
black
right,
and
right,
shades of black.
Oh, so
Is there-
like if you're over 4'5",
yeah, is there a thing
you're
that
sellout.
happens with a midget
Shorty,
thing?
yeah.
Where you make fun of him like, oh look, he's not as short as us. Fuck him.
But you know what? It's more like the short ones talk smack on the really tall ones.
Oh.
That's what they do. And I'm 4'4", so believe it or not, I'm like Yao Ming to my people.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's a tall guy.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I post up.
We one of the worst moments on our radio show.
Worst or best?
We have a lot of them. We had a midget that wanted to become a stripper, and she came in because we consider ourselves experts, especially at the time.
Yeah.
And we put her up on the console. And
Yeah.
she
To audition. We
To
wanted to see
audition.
if she had what it took to be a
wait,
stripper.
Yeah.
I think I know this woman.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me tell this story because I think it's the same person.
Really?
I was doing the Comedy Works in Denver, Colorado, and
Braggart?
and all these fans came up to me afterward. They're like, "Dude, you got to go to this club, La Boheme. There's a midget stripper." And me, I'm like, "I'm down. Let's go." So
Of course, you're down.
You're way down.
choice of words.
that one.
Right. So I go to the club and there she's not that much taller than mini me, if that.
Wow.
And she's climbing the pole, but not shimmying up, like her legs are fully extended.
Oh,
and she's
fucking
walking
hilarious.
up the pole like it's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, going up the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's like a koala bear.
It really is.
It's
There's
adorable.
That one burlesque midget that tours with Margaret Cho. Do you know who I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. And she does stand up too.
Yeah. Not that. Yeah. She's good, right?
Very funny.
Well,
yeah, she's cool.
Well, what
But,
happened with us?
So here,
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I go to the strip club and everyone's going nuts, and then I see her face and I go, "Holy crap! I used to babysit this girl."
Oh boy.
Like back in the
Uncle
day.
Paul.
Yeah, and then she runs up to me. She's like, "Brad, oh my god!" And it's like, I love how I give her the midget voice. What if?
Did you say? Did
I'm
you
fine, but she's like,
Did you say? I remember you when you were this. Oh, forget it.
when you were this tall, yeah. So, was the dancer's name Little Sassy Cassie?
I really don't
Do you
know.
remember that?
Ooh.
She tried it out, and we were giving her some pointers, and it ended with her
Some point.
It ended with her crying hysterically. And,
Yeah. And yelling, "I can't afford stilts."
I think she just decided it was
Yeah,
the
it was
wrong
bad.
thing to do.
That was the low point. The crying dwarf stripper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Trying to cover up.
She was trying to cover up her little tiny body that she thought was a
This
good
is
idea only
horrendous.
5 minutes
That
earlier.
was one of those they drove home.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom
The
Hanks'
second what are we
brother.
doing?
But I want to understand how the hell did you babysit
Sorry,
another
excuse
midget? I mean, how does that happen? Was
Well-
there a midget babysitting thing?
Yes, there's a
Service.
website.
Just coincidentally, you used to
Craigslist.
babysit another dwarf.
Well, like a lot of us, choice of words again, growing up.
Yeah.
We get it. We were all like we all know each other because we all hang out. We all kind of.
I knew it.
We all run the same circles.
Yeah.
So when people have kids, like we understand that.
Oh, I get it,
so,
I get it,
yeah.
I get it.
There,
Cool.
there's actually now a dwarf dating website.
I was going to ask you if there's a midget app.
Oh,
that would
there is.
rule. There is.
Yeah, it's called datealittle.com.
Oh, date a little.
Date a little.
See, the thing is, like,
That's good.
if dwarves don't want to be like, it's kind of hard to get out of that. Like, all right, we're short, but it's
Right.
like if everything they do has short involved in it. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? Like, big people, little people, big world. All right, we're little.
we get
Everything
it.
has little.
Right.
Or so it's like, how do they expect to?
It-
I mean, maybe that's.
I think Jim is trying to blame you for people's dumb
No.
fucking plays on words throughout the history of dwarfism. Hey, you guys are building your own thing. You build your website and call it Little People.
No. But I,
tiny
little bed in LA and
it's
no, I don't mean
You don't
that.
take fucking sociology 101. You're blaming the victim.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm saying what is the plan to kind of get beyond that? Because it's got to be,
Whenever it stops being funny, which so far, thankfully,
Oh
it's
man,
not.
thousands of years of humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Curly shoes, the whole deal. Little
20
bells
years,
on them.
all that jazz.
We have to
pointy hats.
We have to say goodbye to Mark Maron. He's
Mark
got
Maron's
other press
gotta
to
go.
do.
Thanks, you guys.
Let's hear it for Mark Maron.
Great seeing you.
Always a pleasure
seeing you, pal.
having you.
Any
on
plugs,
the
Mark? You
program.
good?
Thanks, man.
All right. Yeah. All right. Mark Maron, everyone.
Great, man.
See you, buddy.
Love having Mark on.
And I hear backstage there is Judah Friedlander.
Oh, the world champions.
World champion, of course.
All right.
Here's why
Maron's
I'll
great.
never get to a certain level in show business, because just now when you said that, I was laughing to myself thinking how Joe DeRosa's here and nobody's mentioned.
Oh shit! Oh man!
Why would that make me laugh? It
Is
shouldn't.
Joe here? Yeah.
Yeah, he's back there
I
somewhere.
didn't see him.
Oh, he's back there.
He's
Back there
good.
pacing.
I'm sure he's drinking or something. He's fine. We'll get to him. Jesus.
Trying to scald his arm.
Hi,
What's up, Judah?
Hey, Judah, take a seat.
See you, buddy.
Isn't Mark Maron happy
man?
these days?
How are you?
Like he used to be a
Oh,
miserable.
you're shaking now. How come you give all them the handshake and me the fist?
Wait, you don't like shaking hands, Judah? In general?
Yeah, because he saw what you did in Robert Kelly's hotel room.
Yes.
Just to get you up to speed, we're making fun of the midget. So
Yeah, I know.
If you want to jump in,
Brad's a cool dude.
no, Brad's actually hilarious.
How long are you doing stand up, Brad?
10 years.
Oh, okay. So you've been around a while.
Yeah, been around.
And in
a while.
midget years, how many years is that? Cut them in two and count the rings.
Curious. I don't know. I mean, I was listening earlier. You were saying like midget left and right. So,
It is very
fine.
mystical.
I don't say it though. When I
You
know,
don't say it?
Well, I know some little people, and some I know get really offended. So I just call them by their names, which are
Wow, that's unique.
well,
yeah,
That's strange.
it's a very polite thing to do.
Right.
yeah. I don't know.
Treat him like a real person.
Yeah.
great.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
What are you doing around these parts, there, Judah? You busy?
doing shows.
Doing
here
shows?
in town, yeah.
How is it?
Montreal.
How's the?
Yeah, they're pretty cool, man.
Yeah?
There's some weird vibes in Montreal.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of like unspoken sort of like issues that nobody wants to talk about. It's like it's almost like the Trayvon Martin Zimmerman case, but it's with French and English and what language to use.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like I feel people. It's like not everyone, but some people are like
Divided.
Like divided, and they're so afraid of. They're so polite. And they're so afraid of offending anyone that there's never any honesty happening. And it's just a fucking weird little vibe.
Wow, that's going on.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of English up here, right?
Yeah. So it's a little weird. Yeah.
Right? Is that
But
true?
it's cool, you know.
These guys know.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like nobody likes to talk about it.
You really want the English out of
And then it's
Montreal.
like-
That's how you own the Trayvon Martin case.
That's nothing compared to what we got in the States as far as that whole division thing. Oh, wow, they don't want to speak English.
Right, but in the United States, people are a little more like, if they disagree with you, they might just like yell at you and say you're an idiot. Where here, they're like, nobody's saying anything.
No one says
It's
anything?
just like a weird energy.
I didn't know that.
Well, how
It's
ingrained in this culture are you? I mean, it's like you might have just like you haven't. How many of these discussions have you been in?
I've been here 4 days and I've just learned a lot, Norton. I'm very perceptive.
taking it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started a website, and hopefully it won't get me banned from every comedy club. But I'm starting a website to try to and do it in a friendly way, to discuss it, but not making anyone the enemy. But I want to try to get rid of, and I think every comic hates it. I want to get rid of the check spot. The check drop, the dropping of the checks during the show.
okay.
During
Yeah,
a
and
show.
I just launched a
free shows for everyone.
No. But I'm saying, dropping the checks during a show
It's the worst
while
for you
comedians are performing. Comedians hate it. Audiences hate it.
At the end of the night,
Yeah.
or the comic is still on stage, and you'll see the waiters and waitresses come by and start handing out the checks, and then people start chattering about the
bill
check,
and
and they're
more.
grabbing money, and it really distracts from
Right,
the
and
guy
you
that's on
can't
stage.
and you can't blame the audience because they're getting the bill. It's dark. They're watching the show.
Yes.
They're trying to watch the show. They're trying to pay their bills, and it's a massive disruption that lasts anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. And it's during the show. Imagine but seriously. But imagine if you're going to the movies. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's like going to the movies, and with 20 minutes left of the movie, all of a sudden all the ushers come out and they're just giving you your checks and making you pay your bills right there.
Yeah.
And like, what? I'm trying to watch.
Yeah.
So what do you
anyway,
suggest
The
that-
website is
Okay.
well. There's a few comedy clubs I know of in the country.
I know
who don't
the,
do that. The
Stress Factory doesn't do it.
What do
Stress
they wait?
Factory,
They
big
wait.
brand.
The Stress Factory does not do it. The Comedy Cellar does not drop checks, and they do 4 shows every Friday and Saturday, and they still clear the room out and turn around in time for the next show.
That's amazing.
The
With
stand
you know,
The Stand does not do it. The Laugh Factor in LA does it a different way. They make people just pay for everything they get as they go, and that's still much better than having a check spot.
That's good. I guess
think after
we-
the show's the best.
we've taken care of, cancer, Alzheimer's, AIDS. This is a good cause that you jumped on.
Well, I
real
think-
relatable to the ordinary person.
Well, we all know cancer and AIDS are overrated problems that the media but, has said that is so bad. So, anyways, the website's called don'tdropthechecks.duringtheshow.org, and you can sign it, and it just went up an hour ago.
Who had .com?
Yeah. Why not just
I was going to go .com, but I was trying to be all serious.
wait?
so I
Why
went
not just
.org.
drop the checkspot.com?
Well, it's that also. But I know, like in LA, like comics don't call it the check spot. They call it the check drop. So,
Well, drop-
and on the road, a lot of comics who just do the road, because like in New York City, there's often one comic who only gets the spot while
Wow,
the checks
that's
are dropped,
a
and that's
shitty
called
ass
the
spot.
Yeah, and that's called the check spot. But on the road, when most guys are headlining, they don't call it the check spot. They call it getting the checks dropped or
Yeah, it
whatever.
stinks.
Right. So that's why. But it's dropthecheckspot.org also. It's
And
the same website.
Other than the Comedy Cellar, every other club, that's the only way to break into the club is you're a new comic, and they say, well, you know what, you're new, we don't know who you are.
Write some jokes about the checks.
Yeah, go up.
It's going to be
go up on-
hilarious.
Go up and do
hey,
your
what are you
best.
people paying that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go up and do your best
Good
five
start.
while nobody's paying attention to you,
Yeah.
and you won't get in the club.
So,
you don't have to worry about
and
it.
my thought is like it reminds me of this whole Canadian French English thing where nobody's talking about it, and comics don't talk about it to club owners because they fear they might get banned from it, and club owners, they don't want to look like the bad guy. I'm not calling anyone the bad guy. I'm like, hey, look, let's just look at it, and there's some great comedy clubs that don't drop the checks, and they're doing fine, and their business is great, and I think it's something that can
It's
work.
like the muscular dystrophy telethon.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's go to the tote board.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Do you guys ever
Yeah.
write material like for the check drop spot? Like I have,
yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah,
and
like,
I'm tired of fucking doing them.
yeah, like I have like long story jokes that people don't
Yeah.
really have to pay attention to.
Right.
They can tune in every now and then.
Right, right. But it's annoying that you
Call?
have to like.
Any input on this call?
Well, I agree because it ruins the show for the. I mean, there's so many things comedy clubs do to ruin the show for the fucking crowd. Never mind just for the comedians.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And it's like the person you actually came to see.
Yeah.
30 minutes into their 45-minute hour set, that's when they fucking change the whole show every time. It's bizarre. It makes no sense.
Because they don't care about what the show. They just care about. I mean, I understand them getting the money, but Vinny does it at the Stress Factory, fine. And again, you're right. The seller 4 shows a fucking weekend, and they pull it off.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I think not dropping checks during the show will make it. The comedian be able to do an even better show.
Yeah,
the
by
audience
far.
will be happier,
By far.
and a happier audience is going to lead to more money.
Wow.
Repeat business.
That's why he's the world champion. Everybody.
More money.
There it is.
And it's easier for a wait staff to get the bills paid if they're not trying to whisper to people during the show, and then they can, when the show's over, the lights are up. It's easier to pay bills.
I like yelling, "This check's outlandish."
Yeah. No, but you got to get jokes for it. Like I'll say, like I'll say something like, "Look at this guy's going. Who ordered the tax? I didn't have the tax."
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, every time gets
You
a
write
big
that
laugh.
one?
Where was that guy from? What was that dialect?
That was
Who owns the tax?
Yeah, that's kind of
Was
like
that an attack on the French Canadians?
Yeah.
no. I was kind of a French Jewish old man in New York.
Nice.
Jack of all trades guy.
I have something here that I was playing around with. I don't know if you could hear it, but what does this say? Let me see.
Ou puis-je utiliser une toilette sur votre visage?
Wow, they
killed.
It's killing.
It's killing.
Do it
Oh,
again.
that's cool.
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
All right.
Do it
Let
again.
me see.
Ou puis-je utiliser une toilette sur votre visage?
See,
Fucking bilingual.
I was
It was
using
so
that
funny.
last night because it sounds like something that could be legit for someone that just doesn't understand the language. It's something to the effect of, "I need to go to the toilet on your face." So if
What
I
app
was
is
going to
that?
ask somebody to the bathroom, what?
What app is that?
It's
It's I need to go to the toilet on your face.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun thing to just you put little quotes down there that sound like, "I need directions in your asshole." So it's like, wait a minute, he might need directions. He's not trying to be offensive.
Is
And
there
they're
a
like,
wrong
"Ooh."
turn
You
there?
got any more?
No,
That was it.
That was my
The
favorite.
bit's killing. I mean,
That was my favorite
We need
one.
10 of those.
Yeah.
We need 10.
I'll tell you what you want to
Do
do.
it now. I play it when the checks are dropping. Apparently, Judah's all behind that one.
No, I like this.
We
app
get
that
it,
you
Judah.
got.
Yeah,
No, I
you-
like your app. I like.
Why
Yeah,
are you
it's
not?
fun.
2 questions. Why did you not finish the dating game?
Yeah, we should.
Oh yeah. We
Colin's
have
right, man.
The girls.
Colin's
are
producing the
still
show
up there.
today.
And my
wha-
other
and-
production.
Yeah.
Take the second kid there that looks like a Marine.
Yeah.
And put him here with Joe DeRosa and make them fight.
Oh, I love the idea.
Knives or fists?
Fists.
Just do plastic knives. It'd be a fun little fight. Crack.
Plastic knives
you
hurt.
win. Plastic knife fight. Would hurt. Many a backyard barbecue.
Yeah, me and my brothers
had some knife fights. You tie your wrists together with paper napkins.
Yeah.
Have a plastic knife fight. It's great. Use
Jimmy,
a paper plate as a shield. There he is. Come on out, DeRosa. Come on, man.
everybody.
Joe DeRosa, everyone.
Where are you going, Carl? You going up here? Nice. Carl's coming on the dais. Yeah, there it is. Take a seat there, Joe DeRosa.
Hi, Joe.
How you guys
You're
doing?
back. Did you get a little banged up last night, Joe?
Oh, sometimes you fucking go after it a little hard on a
I hear you.
Thursday.
Fuck.
All I remember is, I don't know.
Sam was making
rough.
fun of you.
What was he?
Where's Sam? I heard the pre-show.
Sam doesn't fucking drink.
Sam ran into Joe though. That's why it makes it good.
You guys should make DeRosa, speaking of check spot, tell the story. He was telling us about the bar mitzvah gig he did.
Oh, wow. What's that?
The bar mitzvah gig.
You had a check spot at a bar mitzvah? Dude, that's terrible.
I performed at a bar mitzvah once.
I didn't order the soup.
A comedy club in New York emailed me and they go, this lady's throwing a bar mitzvah for her kid. We showed him a bunch of comics. The kid really likes you.
Oh, wow.
The best. So come do it.
Self-hating. He picks the Arab. Jesus.
I know. By the way, I know what you're all thinking. The money must have been great for you to accept this gig, Joe, and it was. It was $200.
Wow.
Hey, now.
God.
And so I go in to do the gig. There's something like this nightclub that they rented out for the day, and all these kids are like dancing to club music. They're like 13. They got like their first hard-ons, and then they stop that. They're like, "Hey guys, we know you feel like you're about to come for the first time."
And then they bring Joe DeRosa
Bring it
out.
to a halt, and bring Slouchy up on fucking stage. And I go on stage. I'm bombing I'm trying to do crowd work with these kids, and I'm just fucking eating my ass. I don't know what to talk about.
Exactly.
I swear this is totally true. The kid whose party was cuts through the crowd and walks up to me, right? And he walks right to the front of the stage, and he does that. And I lean down, and he leans in, and he goes, "Stick to your material." Like that.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I keep bombing some more. And I walk off stage. I'm muttering under my breath like that bad show, these fucking assholes thing. And I swear, this other 12-year-old kid walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, buddy, you were funny. These kids are a bunch of fucking assholes."
Holy shit. Well.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Little businessman.
And I had my first, not my first, I had a girlfriend with me on like one of our first dates.
Oh, man.
I brought her with me.
Why would you bring her to a bar mitzvah gig?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, no competition.
We were already hanging out, and I was like, "Look, I got to go do this ridiculous gig. You can just come if you want, so we don't have to stop hanging out."
No, she didn't.
Yeah. And she came with me, and I was like so fucking mortified. And I walk in the back, she's like doubled over laughing. She goes, "I'm so fucking happy I came to this."
Did you fuck her?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
She was.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like my girlfriend.
She felt fucked going.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking tragic.
Well, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah,
What are you going to do,
How do you think
Joe?
the poor 13-year-old bar mitzvah kid feels? The most magical day of his life, and all of a sudden there's a fucking slouch-shouldered man just making no one laugh. The music stops.
He picked me. I don't know why. I don't know what that says about my stand-up either. That kid picked me
For bar mitzvah,
for
yeah.
his thing. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you? By the way, I liked when I was sitting backstage. Colin made his little joke about me. I heard it, and they got a nice laugh.
Oh.
And then you go, "Joe DeRosa's here? I didn't even see him. We talked for 5 minutes over there." When I walked in.
Did we?
Yeah, I walked up to you. I go, "How you doing?" You go, "Hey, pal, yeah, I'm kind of hurting."
Oh, that's right. I was a little hungover. I didn't see Joe. Who's that guy that was talking to me? It was a rough night.
What did you do last night?
I went to the casino.
What'd you do? Did you win? You lose?
Yeah, you talked about
Exactly.
it.
I won, then I lost.
Right.
How much? Can you say how much?
I started with
1,000.
Yeah. I started with 2,000.
Great.
I worked it up to
That's 10 bar mitzvahs.
yeah.
For you, Joe.
Yeah. 10 bar mitzvah is what that was. I worked it up to 12,000
You worked it up to 12.
and then lost it.
All of it.
Yes.
And then some?
Even the
or
original
just-
2.
So you just went down to 0 from 12. You didn't lose more past that original 2.
I lost the 2,000 that I came with, and I had 12 at one point.
Fuck.
And yeah, then the shoe just turned.
Yeah, but
Terrible.
2,000 to you, that's like couch cushion money.
Me a bag of shells, Joe. It's nothing.
I don't.
Easy come, easy go. I had it and I went with it, Norton.
Yeah. I was. You always walk away going like, I should have left earlier. I should have walked away.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And what? You came and stood next to me in the corner of that bar out there.
No,
You
I
did the
should
right
have
thing.
left with $12,000, gotten a better night's sleep and come here full of piss and vinegar, ready to entertain.
Right. Bright-eyed and bushy
instead
tail.
of not even realizing I had spoken to you minutes earlier. It was a little rough there, Joe. Yeah.
Sam, could you tell the story of running into Joe last night?
It was actually Sex Bagel's story.
It was.
The Nagel?
Where is Eric?
Where is Eric?
Eric's been hiding.
I know. Get out of
the
here.
whole time.
Get his face in a donut box.
Come on. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. I thought it was a Kool-Aid commercial just then.
Good visual.
E-Rock came through the wall.
It pretty much came through the wall, yeah. E-Rock, what's going on? I heard you and Sam talking about Joe DeRosa before our show.
Last night they had a big open bar thing here at the hotel, and as I'm walking around, I run into Joe, and he's just kind of doing this, feeling good, walking around the room, puts his arm around me, says hi, puts his hand out and goes, "There's a lot of stank in this room." And then he wandered off.
Did you mean pussy?
First of all, I said stink. First of all, I didn't say stank. Yeah, of course I'm a pussy, but I was joking. I wasn't I wasn't saying it like fucking Willie Ames on Charles in Charge. Yeah. God damn it!
He
that
was
reference
walking around like Huggy Bear. So, but was there a lot of stink in the room, as you say?
There was like 5 hot girls in front of us, and I turned to E-Rock and I go, there's a lot of stink in this room, E-Rock. But I said it like that, like
That's
ironically.
not how he said it.
It wasn't ironic.
That's not how
He meant it,
How
right?
did he say it, E-Rock?
He was doing that Huggy Bear kind of walk where he's just grooving through the room.
Oh my God!
That means you had a few, Joe. We've all seen the stagger. We've all seen the stagger.
I hadn't drank at that point.
He kept pointing out that it was an open bar 5 times.
You were wandering around. Did you ever see a fat guy clearly in search of a fucking deli tray at a party? And there wasn't one?
Oh, no.
The fucking look of sadness and loneliness on his face that he couldn't find some kind of fucking salami product somewhere being carried through that room.
You ever see a
So I
gay
put
guy
my
walk
arm
around the
around
room
him.
pointing out to women so people don't think that he is?
E-Rock.
Good for you. Good for you, Spider.
Wow. Awkward. Joe, back to you, I guess. Your turn. Your turn.
Yeah, that's
Look,
wow.
just because I want to suck some guy's dick doesn't mean I'm gay. First of all, let me say that in my own defense. I know I was on here yesterday, said I'd lick a guy's asshole. Technically, that guy's got tits, so it's not really that gay.
Bailey J, of course.
Yeah,
the lovely Bailey J.
Eric, you were wandering around.
Was he alone? Was E-Rock alone again?
Of course he was alone.
E-Rock's like a lone wolf.
Have you ever seen him in public with
walks
somebody? I have never seen him anywhere with a partner.
He likes being
anywhere.
alone.
He's a loner.
I was supposed to meet up with Roland, but then Roland just kind of wandered back to the room and passed out. So
He'll do that.
Yeah, so I was just walking around by myself.
Back on his pull-out couch. Is he still on the pull-out couch?
Yeah.
We haven't heard from Roland. Where is he?
Yeah,
Let's get him on. And we got to talk to Denny. I want to know if we
Is
did
Denny,
a good radio show. We'll get him on
Yeah,
from
we'll
New
get
York
Denny on again.
before we wrap up here.
Of course.
Does Sam have a story he had to tell?
No, I was
No, I guess it was an E-Rock story.
Yeah. What did you guys do anything last night after dinner?
We went down to the bar for a little bit in the hotel and just said hello to people, but we were
That was
there
about
a lot.
it? Oh, okay.
We had a radio show to wake up for.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know.
Why would you do that?
6:40, I woke up. Like, oh, shit. And then you look at the alarm clock and you're trying to, do I have another hour to sleep or am I fucking insanely late? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it was bad last night.
Yeah?
They kept saying, and everybody's like, you fucking casino, you can't drink at the tables or on the floor. They don't bring you drinks. They don't do. Fucking waiter bringing me Captain and Cokes at the table all night. So I don't know what the fuck anybody was talking about.
Yeah.
It was much too easy to drink.
They make an exception for a guy flushing money down the toilet.
Maybe that's it. Maybe the fact that I got 3 Captains and Cokes that cost $12,000. Maybe that's why. Keep bringing them. This asshole's going to bet it all. Yeah. I felt like, I got free drinks. Really? Did I? Yeah.
I got hustled so bad at a casino once. We were at the blackjack table and we were winning. We were up. And this guy, the pit boss, comes over and he goes, "Hey, so what do you do, buddy?" And because I was like excited that I was actually winning money and being loud about it. He comes over and he goes, "What do you do, buddy?" And I go, "Oh, I'm a comedian." And he goes, "Really?" And he starts asking me all these questions. "Where do you play? Where are you from?" Da-da-da. And he's doing all that shit. And I lost all my fucking money and then went down. And my friend goes, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yep.
Like, that's what, I didn't even know they actually did shit like that.
Yeah, they fucking engage you in a little conversation.
I thought the cooler just sits next to you, like in the William H. Macy movie.
Oh, it's not magic.
It's not magic.
It's not magic. They want to throw you off your game.
They're not mystical, magical creatures like him.
We can't all be blessed. We can't all be blessed.
Yes. You know Brad, Joe?
I know Brad well. Brad well. We hung out the other night at the Comedy Works.
Oh, God, another note.
Oh, a note.
Another break we have to do.
Yeah, I got to piss.
The live reads. I'm sorry.
This is great.
And then we got Jimmy Carr that's going to stop in.
Is he coming?
Yeah, next.
I don't get to go anywhere.
So, I don't know. We got Judah Friedlander, Joe DeRosa,
Yes.
Chris DiStefano, Brad Williams, who's killing it as well.
And Colin
of
Quinn.
course.
Of course, Colin.
Who's
I'm getting out of
killing
here. I'm going to breakfast.
Whoa, wait.
What?
Why don't you wait?
You're producing the show today.
Why don't you wait for your friends?
You didn't even finish the fucking dating game. He shows off on the rails.
And we're going to finish.
10:30.
So what?
We'll finish.
Well, you're going to go to breakfast now. Why don't you wait for your friends to go to breakfast?
Yeah.
Wait for your friends.
You're among friends, Ricky.
I thought you were going on a date, Jim.
I have to do press after this, Carl.
See, girls, he's blowing you off, ladies.
No, I'm not. But I'm going to have a later date.
No,
I
you're
just
not.
can't do it after
He's
the
blowing
show.
you off, girls. Go home.
I got to do a radio show.
Go home, girls. It's over.
No, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
We're going to get the conclusion to the dating game after the break. Yes.
Yeah, we got
and Denny.
conclusion.
Denny's going to grade us on our fucking performance.
Love Denny.
From back in New York.
Oh, he's terrific.
All right, stick around. We're live in Montreal, the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival.
Robin,